Hello, Born Contesting Zero Profile Production. Next part is Sakura Succubus 6. So let's jump in where we left off last time. Hazel doing some pre-game workouts. Once there, Hazel sits on the floor, then launches into a series of sit-ups. Okay, so they were actually called sit-ups in English. Hazel's body is pretty toned in general, owing all of the athletics she involved in, but her thighs is particular look incredible. Forget going gaga over one of Hazel's old sweaty soaked towels. I'd rather spend more time ogling her thighs. Not that I should be ogling her at all, really. If Lily knew I was staring at Hazel so unabashedly, I think she'd be annoyed. Speaking of which, the receptionist there seems pretty fond of you. Lily does. Lily does? Elsa sits up as a sweat beginning to form upon her flushed brow and beams. She gotten kind of attached, yeah. Only been a trainer here for like a week, but she's taken a real shine to me. She's a real sweetheart, don't you think? Maybe she's sweet on you. I frowned. But she didn't seem to care for me very much. You think? I don't just think that. I know that. She made her disdain for me quite apparent. It couldn't have been more obvious than she hated me if she tried. She was looking at me like I was some kind of sewer rat. Huh, well, it's a girls. Lily is a little like Eureka in that regard. You remember her, right? How could I not? Eureka was, and I think still is, the receptionist in Okawa Sports Center, which Hazel frequently frequents back in Tokyo. Eureka took against me the moment we met, largely I think out of jealousy. I didn't know it at the time upon our first meeting, but Hazel soon fessed up that she and Eureka were engaged in a romantic relationship. Their relationship wasn't exclusive. Hazel had been pretty plain about that, but Eureka was the jealous type, and she resented me for spending time with Hazel in any capacity. It was because of Eureka's intense clinginess that Hazel wound up breaking things off with her. They've not been an item for a few months now. I have wondered, albeit idly, how Eureka been dealing with the sting of reaction, but I never thought to bring that subject up. Not been back in Okawa Sports Center myself, so I haven't seen Eureka since our initial encounter, and thank goodness for that. If she saw me again, I think she might eviscerate me. Lily reminded me of Eureka quite a lot, not the least because they both work as a receptionist and that they both have flowery names. Now I'm starting to wonder. You aren't dating Lily, are you? Dating? Hazel grins. I don't know if that's quite the right word for it. I wouldn't want to lead her on like that, not when I be going back to Japan soon enough. It's not like Lily's gonna come back to Tokyo with me. She's happy staying in Astoria, and I don't have the time for a long-distance relationship. I made it super clear to her for the get-go that I was looking for love. This isn't anything serious. Alright, maybe that was the poor choice of words. You're not dating then, but have you, got a frisk with her? Hazel smirks. Oh, what do you think? Hazel looks so proud of herself, like a teen boy who just asked out the most popular girl in school. I know there is only one right answer to her query. I think that you, Miss Wills, are a scoundrel. A scoundrel? Hazel stands up then. That's weird. Hazel stands up and pouts at me, affronted. Is that not even noticeable? I don't know. I know this mic is very sensitive to distance. How'd you figure? You know exactly why I think that. You just can't help yourselves. You see a pretty girl and you got to go crazy over her. You didn't need to seduce Lily, did you? I didn't need to, no, but I wanted to. I mean, geez, haven't you seen her? She's super cute. She's like a solid 7, 10 at least. She's no lady you, of course, but I like how naughty and aloof she acts, and how very sweet she is once you get to know her. How could I not want to kiss her just a little? I bet based on the nasty look she shot me, you done more than kiss her, and I bet it was more than a little. It makes sense now why Hazel has been so very busy during our stay in Astoria. She's only attended dinner at the palace a couple of times, despite the cook's food being delectable. Hazel must have been busy wandering Rosenberg in the evenings, taking Lily out on dates. She probably samples a few of Rosenberg hotels with her too. That would certainly explain why Hazel knew exactly where to go a few days prior when she escorted Marina and I to a hotel. Hazel sure has been enjoying herself. I'm not jealous of her conquests. I'd be hypocritical of me to be jealous given the evening expanding nature of my harem, but I do feel a little bad for Lily. She likes you a lot, you know. You think? Hazel beams. I'm happy to hear that. I like her a lot too. No, I mean I think she likes you a bit too much. She'd be sad when you have to go back to Japan. Huh, yeah. Maybe I did let things get a bit too far. I told her not to expect too much, but Lily like a total romantic. I've only known her for a little while, but I think she already fallen for me. Curse me for being so irresistible. Only my face wasn't so pretty and my body wasn't so banging. It's hard being bisexual, being this irresistible, you know. Yes, it must be awful for you. Having to date so many pretty women, my heart is possibly breaking on your behalf. Oh, come on, Hiroki, you got to know what it's like for me. Better anybody else. You have a bunch of pretty women swooning over you, too, myself included. Don't you ever find it exhausting? Sometimes, I guess. I can't deny it can be difficult trying to divvy my attention up between so many women, particularly when Ayu and Ju are so clingy. But there's a crucial difference between me and you. Like what? I don't go around trying to seduce women instinctively, not like you. If you have too many women to juggle, it's because you have no self-control. I mean, I just so happen to have a woman falling over me. I can't go 2 steps outside my house without being accosted. I'm not even trying to be this popular, it just happened. Well, it's a girls. You forgive me if I ain't too sorry for you, Hiroki. My guy, there's worse fates, you know, than being beloved. I know. I just think you ought to try and be more circumspect in your affairs. I was trying, believe me, but Lily too cute not to flirt with. I take your word for it. Lily is quite pretty, I suppose, but I don't know if I'd much like to add her to my harem. Not I think that she want to be a member of my harem to begin with. She look she shot me in the reception area was downright withering. Sigh. Why do all of Hazel's girlfriends hate me so much? Having a bi partner with a lot of pretty women at her beck and call might sound nice in theory, I guess, but it's less so when your partner girlfriends all seem to despise you. Anyways, back to pre-play workouts. Later resumes a sit-up, smiling all the while. I don't suppose you came here to talk to me about Lily, did you? I didn't. I actually came here because I want to cheer you on. The tournament's starting soon, isn't it? That's right. Then I hope you do well. I'm sure you will, of course. You always do, but I'll be rooting for you. Knock them dead out there, but not literally, of course. Of course. Hazel laughed. Don't worry here, okay? I'm not gonna make too much of a nuisance out of myself on the courts. I draw the line at picking up pretty innocent young women with suspiciously floral names. I want to crack any of my opponent's skulls in with my tennis racket. Though I reckon that would be pretty surefire way of winning. Maybe so. I smiled and mused at Hazel lost for blood. But you practice pretty hard when it comes to tennis. I no doubt you'll be able to win without resorting to underhanded tactics. I think so too. That's the plan at least. I'm gonna do my very best out there, so don't you fret. I've got this in the bag. I only hope you're looking forward to my killer performance. Of course I am. I always look forward to your performances. I'll be watching you from the stands, and so will Stephanie and Elizabeth and the others. We all want to see you do well. I'm not sure that Marina does. Elsa demurs while smiling awkwardly. She's a meanie, so I bet she wanna see me falling flat on my cute plush posterior. But if Stephanie gonna be in attendance, then I give that gave me even more of an incentive to do my gosh darned best. You want to impress her? Of course I do. She's a princess. Why wouldn't I want to impress her? It doesn't hurt either that she is super adorbs. If Stephanie didn't have an eye for you, I did have my hands full with Lily. Maybe I wouldn't try flirting with her myself, but alas, I get the feeling that Steffi wouldn't return my feelings. Maybe not. She seems quite sheltered. She's so sheltered, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephanie is wholly ignorant about the finer points of lesbianism. I can't imagine it's something her parents, the king and queen, would have educated her on. Well, that's fine. I won't make any moves on Steffi. I know you already called dibs on her. I ain't gonna try to steal her from under your nose, though you might wanna watch it. I've been working so hard out there on the court, Steffi might wind up falling for me anyway. You never know. Heard it said I'm a goddess on the courts. And I think goddesses are even more impressive than princesses. Just don't cry too much, Kay, if I do wind up making her swoon. That's so incredible, I sometimes scare even myself. Later that day. That's technically a repeat picture, but it's been so long now that I think I'm gonna count this. Actually, I used that picture on another clip, but I think it's been long enough that no one will mix it up. So that was what I have for Sakura Succubus 6 this time. So hit like and share. See you next time. Bye bye.